and welcome back to the channel, or if you are new here, hi, hello, my name is Miguel, but some people call me Milo. And today we are going to be diving into the 3 most haunted dolls, Peggy, Robert, and Annabelle. So if you want to hear the creepy backgrounds of these haunted dolls and how they came about, go ahead and keep watching and comment down below any other videos you guys would like to hear. So first we are diving into the chilling tale of Peggy the Doll, a haunted artifact so infamous that merely looking at her photo is said to cause nausea, chest pains, and even heart attacks. Now, stick around as we explore her mysterious origins, the terrifying experiences of those who've encountered her, and the ongoing debate: is Peggy really possessed? Peggy's story begins in 2014 when UK-based paranormal investigator Jane Harris acquired the doll from a woman desperate to rid herself of it. The previous owner claimed that Peggy was causing her nightmares and hallucinations. Harris took the doll in, but soon after she began experiencing severe health issues, including migraines and fatigue, which she attributed to Peggy's appearance and her presence. What sets Peggy apart from the other dolls in the sheer volume of reported phenomena? After Harris posted videos and images of Peggy online, viewers from around the world reported immediate physical reactions: headaches, chest pains, an overwhelmed feeling of dread. One woman even claimed to have suffered a heart attack after watching a video of the doll. Psychic mediums have attempted to communicate with the entity believed to inhabit Peggy. One medium described the spirit as a restless woman named Peggy, who died under tragic circumstances and now seeks peace. Peggy's notary caught the attention of paranormal enthusiasts and media outlets. She was featured on the Travel Channel's Ghost Adventures Artifacts, where host Zach Bagans investigated the doll's eerie history. In the show, Bagans and his team experienced unexplainable technical issues and physical discomfort while interacting with Peggy. These incidents added to the growing legend of the doll's malevolent influence. Now, despite warnings, many have sought out Peggy either in person or through media. Visitors to the museum housing Peggy have reported sudden chills, nausea, and even fainting spells. Online videos featuring Peggy continue to garner attention. In one TikTok video, a user opens a box containing Peggy, leading to a series of unexplainable events captured on camera.
Peggy the haunted doll. So a lot of you couldn't believe that I actually looked at her in the eye or the eyes, which I did, and I did it again, and I did it even more intense than last time. And I asked Michael if I could mention this in this video, because they tell you before you go into the Peggy's room that you have to say hello to her, and then when you leave you have to say goodbye to her, just for protection. So Michael he walked in, he didn't even say hi to Peggy, and when he walked out he didn't even say bye to Peggy. And I was like, oh my god, I should have done that. Because he did it because he wants something to happen, like obviously my friends are gonna feel the same way that I do. We want stuff to happen. So I just thought that was really interesting. So when we all went into Peggy's room, I said hi to her, of course, and I was looking at her in the eyes again. And I don't know what it is, but last time when I was there, I said when I looked at her first, it just looked like she was just staring at me. And that's how it looked the second time as well. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna ask a question this time, because I said, hi Peggy, I said hi to her again, and I asked her to say my name. Because I just find, you guys know, I've caught spirits on camera saying my name numerous times, and I think that is so insane because they're actually saying my name. I literally looked at Peggy in the eyes because I'm a crazy person, and I said, please follow me. But yeah, nothing has happened with Peggy, so like nothing really weird in my life, so I mean, I guess that's good, but yeah.
While many are convinced of Peggy's supernatural nature, skeptics argue that the reported symptoms could be psychosis, triggered by suggestion and fear. They point out that no scientific evidence has confirmed any paranormal activity associated with the doll. Nevertheless, the consistency of experiences reported by individuals worldwide keeps the debate alive. Whether it's a case of mass hysteria or genuine haunting remains a topic of discussion. Peggy the Doll continues to captivate and terrify those who encounter her. Her story raises questions about the power of belief and the mysteries that still elude scientific explanations. I believe in one of Sam and Colby's newest videos, they also visited Peggy the Doll and they held her and was experiencing lower back pain, which is also a sign of a demonic attachment. The second doll that we are diving into the chilling tale is Robert the Doll, a seemingly innocent toy that has terrified and fascinated people for over a century. From his mysterious origins to the spine-tingling experiences of those who encountered him, let's uncover the story behind this infamous haunted doll. Robert the Doll was created around 1904 by the Steiff Company in Germany, known for producing the first teddy bears. Now, unlike typical toys, Robert stands 40 inches tall and is stuffed with wood wool. He was likely part of a set designed for a window display, possibly depicting clowns or jesters. The doll was given to a young boy named Robert Eugene Otto, known as Gene by his grandfather. Gene named the doll after himself and became inseparable from it. The sailor suit Robert wears was probably one of Gene's old childhood outfits. As Eugene grew older, strange occurrences began to unfold. Neighbors reported seeing the doll move from window to window when the family was away. Gene would blame mishaps on Robert, insisting, "I didn't do it, Robert did it." The doll was said to have an unsettling presence, with reports of it changing expressions, giggling, and even moving on its own. Some legends suggest that a Bohemian servant gave the doll to Jean as a form of retaliation, infusing it with voodoo magic. Now, after Jean's death in 1974, the Otto family home was sold, and the new owners reported their own eerie experiences with Robert. Eventually, in 1994, the doll was donated to the East Montallo Museum in Key West, Florida, where he resides to this day. Visitors claim that cameras malfunction in his presence and some experience sudden chills or feelings of unease. It's customary to ask Robert for his permission before taking a photo. Those who don't often send apology letters after experiencing misfortunes. Now, I do believe Sam and Colby have met up with Robert the Doll a few times. They claim that Robert the Doll has given Colby cancer, which he is luckily free of today. But what are your thoughts on Robert the Doll? I personally don't want to press it. I don't want to end up being killed by a little murderous doll. Robert's legend has inspired numerous films, including a series starting with Robert in 2015, followed by The Curse of the Robert the Doll. These films explore fictionalized accounts of the doll's sinister activities. Robert has also been featured in television shows like Ghost Adventures, Artifacts, and has become a staple in discussions about haunted objects. Many visitors to the museum have shared their unsettling experiences. One Reddit user recounted feeling an overwhelming urge to flee upon seeing Robert, describing the atmosphere as heavy and oppressive. Others have reported electronic devices failing, unexplained noises, and even health issues after encountering the doll. The museum receives numerous letters from people apologizing to Robert, hoping to lift any curses they believe they've incurred. While many believe in Robert's supernatural abilities, skeptics argue that the experiences can be attributed to psychological factors, suggestion, and the power of belief. The human mind is susceptible to influence, especially in environments primed for fear. However, the consistency of reports over decades keep the debate alive. What if I told you one of the most terrifying dolls in horror movie history is based on a real-life haunted object? That's right, the Annabelle doll isn't just Hollywood fiction. There's a real doll, a real story, and yes, some seriously creepy history surrounding this little cloth doll with red hair. Today we're diving into the true story of Annabelle, how she inspired a major horror franchise, and what fact versus fiction. So grab your sage, lock your doors, because this one is going to be really spooky. Also, hit that subscribe button if you love all paranormal things and horror, because I go and I try to cover like a lot of my favorite horror stories, creepypastas, creepy movies, anything. So if you like that, please hit subscribe and keep on coming to this channel. So here's the thing. The real Annabelle doll doesn't look like the one in the movies. She's actually a large Raggedy Ann doll made of cloth with red yarn hair and that classic stitched smile. But don't let the innocence fool you. Her story is one of the most famous cases in the paranormal history. Back in 1970, a nursing student named Donna received the doll as a gift from her mother. At first, everything seemed fine, but over time, strange things started to happen. The doll would be found in different positions or different rooms. One day, Donna found a handwritten note that said, "Help me." The kicker? It was written in parchment paper. And she had no parchment paper in the apartment. She definitely did not have crayons or could write in a child's handwriting. Soon after things started to escalate, the doll appeared to bleed from its hands. A friend claimed he was physically attacked by the doll. He had claw marks on his chest, and I believe it was on the back of his neck. I'm not too sure. I don't really have a lot of information on that one. But that's when Donna contacted Anne and Lorraine Warren, the famous paranormal investigators. The Warren said that the doll wasn't possessed by a little girl's spirit, as some thought. Donna had originally reached out to a medium, I think they are called, and she had said that the doll was possessed by a, I believe, 7-year-old little girl named Annabelle, who had sadly passed on a farm, and that's what was going on. And she really liked Donna's home because it made her feel safe and like on the farm where like she passed away. But as the Warrens said, the doll was not possessed by a little girl. It was actually being manipulated by a demonic entity, and its goal was to get close to humans so it could possess one of them. So, to stop it, they took the doll and locked it in a blessed glass case in their occult museum in Connecticut. The case bears a sign that reads, "Warning, positively do not open," because, like, just don't open it, don't touch it, don't do nothing. And what do we do in 2025? People opened it, people took her to this jail thing, and now that jail was set on fire. And now we just have a little cloth redheaded doll running around causing chaos. To this day, some claim that the doll is still active, even behind the glass, and as I mentioned before, they took it out of the freaking glass because people are stupid, and now she's probably running around everywhere. Who knows where she is now? Probably causing more chaos. Who knows? Hollywood took this creepy tale and turned it into box office gold. Annabelle was first introduced to us in The Conjuring 2013 during the opening scene, where the Warrens investigated her for the first time. Fans loved it and demanded more. I am a fan of those movies. I personally loved it just because of how they made the doll. I honestly think the Raggedy Ann doll would have looked creepier, but the way they made Annabelle look, it honestly gave me fucking nightmares. So here comes the first Annabelle film, which is just titled Annabelle. 2014, this film serves as a prequel to The Conjuring. It focuses on a young couple, Mia and John, who are tormented after the doll arrives in their home. The horror in this one is more about tension and atmosphere, while it's loosely inspired by the real case. Most of it is fictionalized, but as we know, a lot of it does have more truth than what we believe. Now, the second Annabelle creation, was in 2017. This one gets a little bit deeper. It's actually a prequel to the prequel, showing how the doll was created by a grieving toy maker after his daughter's tragic death. A demon uses the doll to spread its evil, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's freaking terrifying. I think in this part it's more has a lot more truth to it, because as in the original story, Annabelle is supposed to be a little girl who passed away. She tragically passed away on a farm and was trying to get into a house with Donna and I believe her roommates and her boyfriend. And I believe that is some of the truth, and this one is about, it's like a grieving toy maker, a daughter, so it has a little bit of what everyone thought was the truth in the first part of this story. This is probably the best reviewed film in the Annabelle series. It expands the lore and ties in with The Nun and the rest of the Conjuring universe. Now, we have not talked about The Nun, but personally, I love The Nun. It's creepy. Some of the stuff and just like the way she comes out is freaking terrifying to me. And now, number 3, Annabelle Comes Home. This is the third movie about Annabelle. It was made in 2019. Finally, we have this supernatural roller coaster. The doll is brought to the Warrens' home and locked in their artifact room. But of course, curiosity gets the best of a teenage girl who opens the case and all hell breaks loose. I wonder if this teenage girl was also in this year, because someone took the freaking doll out. And we not learned from these movies. I don't think we did. This one is like a greatest hits of cursed objects. Annabelle awakens other haunted artifacts, making this a wild, creepy ride through the Warren's entire museum. Fun fact, actually, the actual Ed and Lorraine Warren's daughter, Judy, is a main character in this movie, and the real Judy even approved the storyline. But let's break down what's real and what's movie magic. The doll's appearance, totally fictionalized. The real Annabelle is soft and sweet looking. No cracked porcelain, no menacing stare. Now, the attacks. There are documented claims of physical scratches and physical harm, but skeptics argue there's no solid evidence. The museum, yes, it's real, and yes, the glass case is real, along with the Annabelle doll. But the museum is currently closed to the public after Lorraine's death in 2019. The possession. The Warren said the doll was not possessed, but manipulated. This is often twisted in pop culture, and at the end of the day, whether you believe in the supernatural or not, Annabelle's story has become modern, mythologically blended real paranormal claims with powerful storytelling. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what other videos you guys would like to see. Also, your thoughts on these haunted dolls. I do know that Sam and Colby has visited all three of them. Robert being, I believe, twice, maybe 2 or 3 times. I don't exactly remember. But I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and always come back for our creepy urban legends and deep diving into the supernatural and unknown.